I woke up this morning to a buzz from my phone. It was 7:03 a.m. Nothing unusual there. I gradually reached over, my eyes still half shut, and swiped to unlock the screen. One missed call. One new voicemail. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. But then I saw the number. My own number. That jolted me awake. My heart started doing this weird little stutter step in my chest. How is that even possible? I figured it must be some kind of glitch, a weird spam call spoofing my number. Annoying but not world-ending. Curiosity got the better of me, though. I tapped the notification to listen to the voicemail. The voice that came through the speaker was mine, but it was strained, ragged, like I'd been running a marathon and whispering at the same time. "Don't look out the window," it rasped. "Whatever you do, just get up, get dressed, and leave the house. Don't look. Just go." The message ended abruptly. It was chilling. It sounded exactly like me, but a version of me who was absolutely terrified. My blood ran cold. I sat up in bed, my mind racing. This had to be a prank, right? A very elaborate, very creepy prank. Maybe one of my friends with some fancy voice-altering software. But how did they spoof my number? And why? I tried to shake it off. It's just a joke, I told myself. A dumb early morning joke. But the warning echoed in my head. Don't look out the window. My apartment is on the 3rd floor, overlooking a quiet, tree-lined street. What could possibly be out there that would warrant such a panicked warning from myself? My gaze drifted towards the window, the morning light filtering through the blinds. The temptation was overwhelming. It's like being told not to think about a pink elephant. Suddenly, it's the only thing you can think about. I had to know what this was all about. My feet hit the cold hardwood floor. I took a slow, deliberate step towards the window, my heart hammering against my ribs. Every instinct screamed at me to turn around, to listen to the voicemail, to just grab my keys and leave. But I couldn't. I needed to see. Was it a joke? Was there a giant banner with my face on it hanging from a tree? I crept closer, my hand trembling as I reached for the cord to lift the blinds. The raspy, panicked voice from the voicemail played on a loop in my mind. Don't look. Just go. My fingers touched the plastic pull. I took a deep breath, trying to steady my nerves. This is stupid, I thought. There's nothing out there. And then I pulled the cord. The blinds rattled upwards, flooding the room with light. I squinted, my eyes adjusting. And what I saw made my stomach drop to the floor. The street below was empty. Completely, utterly empty. No cars, no pedestrians, no one walking their dog. That was strange enough for a weekday morning, but it wasn't the terrifying part. The terrifying part was the sky. It wasn't blue. It was a deep, sickly, pulsating shade of purple, like a bruise. And hanging in this grotesque sky, where the sun should have been, were 7, no, 8, giant, silent, floating orbs. They were perfectly spherical, jet black, and absorbed all the light around them, creating these weird, distorted halos. I stood there, frozen, unable to process what I was seeing. The world outside my window looked like something from a nightmare, a completely alien landscape. The silence was the worst part. A profound, unnatural quiet that pressed in on me from all sides. No birds, no traffic hum, just nothing. The air in my apartment felt heavy, thick. I finally understood the panic in my own voice on that message. I stumbled back from the window, my legs feeling like jelly. My hand fumbled for my phone on the nightstand. I needed to call someone. The police? My parents? Anyone. But as my fingers closed around the cool metal of the device, I realized what I had to do. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely navigate the screen. I opened the phone app, my thumb hovering over my own contact. I had to warn me. I had to warn the me who was still sleeping, the me from 10 minutes ago. I hit the call button, my own number appearing on the screen. It rang once, twice, then went to voicemail. The beep sounded, loud and jarring in the silent room. I leaned in close, my own panicked breath fogging up the screen. I opened my mouth, and the words tumbled out, a frantic, raspy whisper. "Don't look out the window," I pleaded. "Whatever you do, just get up, get dressed, and leave the house. Don't look. Just go." I ended the call, my body trembling. I had closed the loop. I was the one who sent the message, but it didn't solve anything. It just confirmed the horror. I looked back at the window, at the silent black orbs hanging in the bruised sky. They hadn't moved, they just watched. I felt like a bug in a jar. The voicemail hadn't been a warning to prevent this. It was a testament to the fact that it had already happened. I was trapped, and the scariest part? I don't know what happens next. The me on the phone didn't say. He just told me not to look. But I did. And now I'm here, waiting, watching them watch me. And I'm so scared. I keep glancing at my phone, hoping it will ring again, hoping for another message. But there's nothing. Just silence. And the terrible, beautiful, silent things in the sky. What do I do now? Where do I go? The message said to leave, but leave to where? Is anywhere safe? I don't know how long I've been standing here. Minutes? Hours? Time feels like it's stretched and warped, just like the light around those black spheres. I can't take my eyes off them. It's like they have their own gravity, pulling my attention, holding me captive. Every rational thought is screaming at me to run, to hide, to do something. But my body won't obey. It's like my feet are nailed to the floor. The world I knew just a few moments ago is gone, replaced by this silent, terrifying tableau. And I'm the only one who seems to be here to witness it. My entire neighborhood, my entire city, it's just gone quiet. I'm starting to think the message wasn't just a warning. It was an epitaph, a record of the last normal moments. And my biggest mistake was not listening to myself. I wish I could go back. I wish I had just gotten dressed and left, but I can't. All I can do is stare out the window and wait. I stood there a long time, staring at those impossible black orbs, feeling my own thoughts unravel in real time. Then something in me snapped. Not courage, not logic, just the oldest instinct in the world. Run! I tore my eyes away from the window like it physically hurt to look away. My hands moved on autopilot. Keys, shoes, wallet, phone. I didn't even shut the blinds. I couldn't bear to touch them again. I yanked open my front door and stepped into the hallway. The silence followed me, not the normal kind of quiet. Not early morning quiet. This was the kind of silence that feels like a vacuum. Like the whole building had been emptied out while you weren't looking. No TV sounds, no footsteps, no distant elevator. Just the soft buzz of the overhead light. And my own breathing, too loud, too alive. I hurried toward the stairwell and pushed the door open. The air inside was colder. I started down the stairs fast at first, then faster, my hand sliding along the railing for balance. 1 flight, 2, 3. Each landing felt wrong, like I was descending into a place that wasn't supposed to exist inside my building. Finally, I reached the lobby. The glass entrance doors were there, just like always. The world outside looked washed in that sick purple light, like the sky itself had bruised. I rushed forward and pushed the door. It didn't open. I shoved again harder. Nothing. Not locked, not stuck, not jammed. It was as if the door simply refused. My breath came out in sharp bursts. Panic rose hot in my throat. I pressed my forehead to the cool glass and looked outside. The street was still empty. Too empty. No cars, no people, no movement, no sound. And the orbs, they were still there. But now that I wasn't behind my bedroom window, I could see the whole sky, and I realized something that made my stomach hollow out. They weren't hovering over the neighborhood. They were hovering over everything. Like the sky was a ceiling and those black spheres were attached to it. Like a set of eyes fixed in place. And the purple wasn't light. It was a warning color like a bruise spreading. My phone buzzed. One new voicemail. From my own number. I didn't even need to listen to know it was me again. Breathless and terrified. Trying to reach the version of me that could still change something. But I played it anyway. Because hope is a stupid thing and I was desperate. My voice came through. Strained and shaking. Please, it whispered. Please don't. Static. A crackle. The message cut off. I stared at the screen, waiting for the rest, waiting for instructions, waiting for some way out. But nothing came. Just that silence again. And then I noticed the reflection in the glass doors. Not my face, not my body. Something behind me. Something tall and thin standing in the middle of the lobby, perfectly still like it had been there the whole time, waiting for me to realize the truth. I didn't turn around. Because in that moment, I finally understood what the voicemail really was. It wasn't a warning to prevent this. It was proof that no matter what I did, I would always end up right here. Hands on the door, trying to leave. Listening to myself beg and failing. The sky didn't change. The orbs didn't move. But the pressure in the air deepened like the world was leaning in closer. Like it had noticed I was awake. And the scariest part? The door wasn't keeping something out. It was keeping me in. The voicemail wasn't warning me what to avoid. It was documenting the exact moment I realized there was nowhere left to go. Thanks for listening. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced something you can't explain. And be sure to subscribe for more strange tales. Stay safe out there.